I'm sitting here with an old friend of mine, drummer extraordinaire and a really nice guy, and old friend. We go way back. I'm here with Stephen Ferrone. How you doing today, Steve?
I'm doing pretty good, John, and you?
About medium well done, Steve.
You still got that lighter?
I do, although I don't take it through the airport any longer since September 11th. And I've stopped smoking completely, so, we're all living a good life these days, and you're living really good. It's great to see you here in San Francisco, and you had a big concert last night. You played at the Outside Lands event in Golden Gate Park, and for at least 100,000 people, right?
Yeah, it's about 60,000, I think, altogether. Yeah.
Right, and I neglected to mention that you're kicking the Tom Petty band now since about 1992, right?
Yeah, I started October 1992. Started playing with them on Wildflowers album.
Right on. Well, those of you who happen not to know who Stephen is, let me just remind you that he's the sound of many records you've heard and enjoyed on the radio.
And your theme song.
All over, yeah, and my theme song. I've been very fortunate to have Stephen's sound on my long-time theme song, Late Rent, and also Pocket Funk, and one more tune, Lydia's tune, which we cut about 5 o'clock in the morning on a late, early morning in December.
Yes, I remember it well, yes.
1983, and in the same studio where John Lennon did his last recordings, Intergalactic Studios, is no longer there. So there's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, and before then, and we have a lot of friends in common. One of them is my old friend Alexander Lidgertwood, who you played with in the Brian Auger's Oblivion Express.
That's correct, yeah.
And you're originally from Brighton, England, right?
That's correct, yeah. South coast of England.
Born 1950.
1950. You're giving it away now. The young girls are going to be listening to this.
Well, you look, you got a couple of years on me, but you look great, man. Whatever you're doing, you're living a great life, and you're delivering the sound that everybody loves to hear, man. It's always been a pleasure. The times that I've gotten to play with you, there's nothing like that Stephen Ferrone backbeat, man. When that kicks you, man, it just feels good, and that's why you're one of the busiest drummers out there, and you're actually a schooled musician as well. You went to school besides playing from the heart. You did some schooling, right?
Yeah, I went to school. What do they call that? The Conservatory of Nice. In France, in south of France. I did that for about 3 years.
So you're also fluent in the language as well?
Yeah, I speak French. Français.
Un petit peu. I lived in Paris for 1 year. It was an interesting experience, Well,
I married a French woman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once. One of them.
Très bien, yeah. Right. Well, lately I've been fortunate to have some other drummers on who are friends of yours, I'm sure. I had Cindy Blackman on recently, Bill Cobham, and senior statesman of the drums, Chico Hamilton.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, Cindy's she's a Gretchen Dorsey like I am, and and Billy, I did a clinic tour with him in Spain. That was my phone. I did a clinic tour with him in Spain about 2 years ago.
Super. Well, that's what I want to get around to, because speaking to the drummers out there, which we have many that tune in to our show, because I'm fortunate to have your sound, and Bernard Purdy and Cindy and some great drummers, and they always want to know what drums that you're playing these days, cymbals, and you're playing Gretsch drums these days?
Yeah, I went back to Gretsch drums after a 22-year hiatus. I've been back with them now about 3-4 years, and I have a signature series, so it's a pretty nice drum kit. It's a Cadillac green.
Right on.
Yeah, with the gold.
And for cymbals, what are you using for cymbals?
Sabian cymbals. But I mean, nothing specific. I got probably every cymbal that Sabian makes, and I sort of mix and match and spin them around.
Right on. Yeah. Well, you can catch Stephen on tour all over the world with the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers band. You're an official member of the Heartbreakers band since how many years now?
15.
Wow,
15 years,
that's fantastic.
But I'm still the new guy.
Yeah. Well, you're doing a fantastic job. I know he's just super happy having you on the band, as everybody is. And besides that, you have some of your own projects. Do you want to push a couple of your own things here?
Yeah, I did a couple of live albums I did together with a bunch of studio musicians in Los Angeles. One of them I recorded at the NAMM show. That was the last one. It's called Morehead. And the one
we've been playing that on the HammondCast show.
Oh, right. And the one
yeah.
before that was called It Up. And the reason that the second one was called Morehead was that they both feature photographs of the back of my head.
Yeah, I remember the time when there was a little more hair back there. But mine too, you know.
Yeah.
But
I just got rid of mine completely. So
yeah, well, that's
I could fix you up.
You can just jump out of the shower and one towel,
That's
one
it.
swipe with the towel, you're ready for the gig.
I'm ready for anything. I don't need no blow dryers or anything.
Great, Steve. Well, man, it's so great to see you.
It's good
always.
for global warming too, you know.
Yeah.
You don't use that electricity. It's good for
Folks, I want to steer you to Stephen's website. What's your website these days, Stephen?
It's drumrollrecords.com.
Okay, drumrollrecords.com, everybody. And we're on KYOU Radio in San Francisco. Before we get out of here, Stephen, what have you got to say to our listeners on KYOU Radio?
Okay, KYOU, keep listening to live music.